Hey, what's going on, family? Just wanted to give you guys an update. Since my last video, and first of all, I want to thank God for giving me a second chance. My name is Ronnie Second Chance Williams now, and and I really thank you for all the concerns and the posts and texts and calls. It really helped. And then I wanted to also share some things that I learned so that maybe you can share this with somebody that you care about, so that if things aren't if they're not happy where they're at right now, then maybe they need to start looking into seeing how their health is. And what I found out is that health is very, very important, more than anything else. I don't care how much money you make. I don't care how successful you are. I don't care, the things that you think you have in place when it comes down to health and happiness. To me, that's really where we need to start. So, with that being said, I got different opinions from different doctors, and realized that really we're just a number when it comes to this life that we live in. And again, I'm not bashing doctors. I mean, there's probably good doctors out there that really care, but these doctors don't really give a crap about you. Not one doctor's called to check on me and see how I was doing, or had a, hey, listen, I just want to make sure everything's good. It's based on me telling them what was wrong, they just gave their opinion, which everybody has, about how they think things are. But my body's telling me otherwise. So I've been doing a lot of due diligence on my own, talking to different professionals, and figuring this out. And I will figure it out. Okay. So they're saying I have a mild blockage in my artery. I go see the cardiologist on the 1st. If you guys don't know, I have a mild mitral valve prolapse, which is a leaking valve. I've had it since Ty was born, and I didn't know about it. Okay. Well, since then, they said I had plaque in one of my arteries, and that could have caused what happened here a couple of weeks ago, which was low potassium, dehydration, and then caused me to go to the hospital. Okay, so, but before that, I've had signs of things that I wasn't paying attention to. So I was going to do a video, or I was going to talk about on a podcast about why men don't go to the hospital or the doctor. Why men don't go to the doctor. And number one is fear, which is because you don't want to go to the doctor for them to tell you got cancer, or you want to go to the doctor because them to tell you that you have this wrong with you. So that's number one. Number two is money, right? How much money is it going to cost for me to go to the doctor? Men won't say it, but they think it, and because health insurance is so expensive, then it's like, nah, I'll just wait until something happens, which that's what I went through. And then number three is ego. We all have egos, like, oh, this is nothing, right? Like, my body was telling me something was wrong, and I should have been telling people a long time ago what was wrong, but I didn't. And then eventually that's what happened. So we have an ego, and then there's plenty of brothers or fathers or people that have died because they didn't voice their opinion or tell somebody, because, you come from this man up type mentality, or you're the man, so you're supposed to, suck it up, buttercup type, thing. And that's not how this works, because you can get real humble real quick when you're sitting on a table and you can't talk and you can't move, and now somebody else is responsible for taking care of you. So what does that mean is that we now have to start taking care of ourselves. and I learned a lot just in the last couple of weeks. So that's why I wanted to wait to share this video. But it's so much information that it starts with what we put in our body. Like, what am I putting in my body? Okay, so I had to cut out alcohol because I don't need to be drinking alcohol anymore, right? Number two is processed food. No more Chick-fil-A and all this other crap that I was eating that I know is not good. And then sugar. Got to really watch sugar. I just didn't have a filter. I'll just eat whatever I want. Still thinking I'm 30, but I'm 50, right? So that's not gonna work, you know. And then I would go until I couldn't go no more. So I would work until I just got tired of working, which that's been my mentality since day one. And now I got to really kind of have a set calendar. And I thank a lot of people that have poured into me, that have helped me, you know, throughout this process, you know, that have given me guidance. And but anyway, you know, dealing with anxiety, dealing with depression had to do with the way my body felt. I wasn't exercising. Now, I used to play ball back in the day. So, you know, played basketball, always active, you know, and again, back then, probably didn't have the responsibility I have now with the wife and kids. And I felt like, you know, I have to do everything, you know, when it comes to providing for them, keeping the roof over the head, keeping food on the table, you know, making sure that they have the lifestyle that I'm trying to provide for them. But at the same time, I wasn't taking care of myself. So there was no self-care. There was no, you know, like my cousin said, Jonesy, put my mask on first and then put mask on for, you know, for my family. So now I'm thinking I need to be more healthy. I need to be taking care of myself. I need to have Ronnie time. I used to go get my nails done at least once a month. I used to get a massage once a month when I was living in LA. I stopped doing that. I used to play, you know, video games for a certain amount of hours, you know, just to kind of be in my own little zone, you know, and that was my excitement. Probably need to get into golf and fishing and things like that. So I need to start living, chasing the financial freedom, the millions of dollars, you know, what is cool, but I wasn't happy along the way, you know. So it's like I would get up not being happy, get up being depressed, get up being, you know, stressed, and it took its toll. So for Father's Day, I think this is a good time to just talk about, you know, there's other men out there right now that are going through this but don't want to voice it, right? And are afraid to voice it. They're afraid of change. They're afraid of humility. They're afraid of you know, talking about their addictions, you know, that's going on in their life. And we got to change, guys. You know, this is, listen, man, we're in the 21st century. Things are changing very quickly. And we can't model what our parents went through where they're at right now, because of so many things going on. You know, the world is different. So the food that we eat, you know, the 5G, the like, what's it called? EMF, electronic, magnetic, whatever, what I forgot the F is, but all that stuff is the reason why people are leaving us early in their 50s now compared to, you know, 70s and 80s. So we got to really be mindful of everything that's going on, the hustle and bustle, and slow things down and be present with our family, with our kids, because you're no good 6 feet under when your kids are now trying to figure out who's going to be there to raise them, right? Which would be social media, TV, cell phones, or, you know what I'm saying, the social media presence. And I don't want that to happen. So changes are coming for sure. And I'm gonna continue to put out videos that will help, you know, that you can plug into and learn from what I'm going through, right? Certain diets, juicing, looked into Dr. Sebi and what he's got going on with his nutrition so I can heal my body. Looking into, you know, the environment at the house, like, you know, all these TVs and devices and all that. We're gonna change all that. Making sure, obviously, that we have enough cash flow coming in. It's not how much money you make, It's how much cash flow is coming in and being debt free. No mortgage, no credit cards, no loans, right? And then have options. A lot of people are always talking about how much money they make. Well, you can also spend that much money too. If you make $1 million, you can spend $1 million, right? And still be miserable. I'm not trying to be miserable. I'm trying to be happy. I'm trying to have a peace of mind. Okay, that's what I want, is a peace of mind. And then really make sure I'm there to mentor my kids and give them options for what they want to do when they are our age. Okay, because again, it's different. I was watching Facebook, something on Facebook, and these games now that they're coming out with are basically soliciting porn. Word of God got a lady naked. Resident Evil had a lady no clothes on, and I'm like, well, when did it get to that point? When is it that video games are now promoting? So our kids are exposed to everything, and we have to really be mindful of what they can get addicted to. And addiction is real. Addiction is real. I'm gonna tell you right now. People are, my family has addiction problems, like most families. So we need to get that addressed and start focusing on how we can really make a difference in our community, and that just comes from talking about it and then taking action, right? So I'm coming out with a podcast called Wealth and Wisdom with Ron, which I'm excited about. That's going to be launched July 1st. I will be putting out podcasts that has to do with experiences that I've been through in my life, or that I feel can make a difference for a lot of people when it comes to buying a house, getting into this crypto digital currency, or putting money into life insurance, or an IRA or 401ks, and things that you think you know, but you only know because somebody told you. So you don't really know how it works, and until something happens, then that's when you decide, oh, okay, I'm gonna make a change. Well, what if you knew before it happened? What if you was able to say, oh, I saw that video with Ron and this professional real estate person, and found out that the interest that I'm paying on my house is not 3.2%. It's the interest, the 3.2 is at the end of the loan, not in the beginning of the loan. And now you decide, do you buy a 30-year home or do you do it to 15? And you know the difference. Those are things that we need to talk about, right? Because really, it's just it's false expectations. A lot of people are telling you what they want you to hear, or what you want to hear, and then you make a decision and thinking you got a good deal and you didn't. And you got taken advantage of because of knowledge. And knowledge is out there, but most people are too busy to go do their research. So they do the hustle and bustle. They're worried about Friday and Saturday, rather than, hey, I'm about to buy a house that can be costing me hundreds of thousands of dollars over the next 30 years and you didn't even know about it, right? Or you're about to start a business, and you don't have a contract signed by your attorney, and you go by what they tell you, and you could have had $1 million idea, but yet because you didn't have your T's crossed and your I's dotted, now they took your idea. So these are things that I wanted to share with you. I'm excited that that God gave me a second chance, because in my eyes, I thought I was that was it. And so now I have to be really, really intentional about what I do, and make sure I'm doing all the things to make sure that I'm happy and that I got good health, and then we can go out here and make a difference in the world. Okay, there's no more talking about it; it's being about it. And I just appreciate everybody. I love you guys. If somebody hasn't told you that they love you, I'm gonna tell you I love you. And enjoy this beautiful Sunday, with your dad or your brother or your husband. And let's make the best of 2021. So Ron, Second Chance Williams, signing off, and we'll see you soon.